Welcome to the chat, everybody. And today, I wanted to give you my reaction on Sonic the Hedgehog Part 3, coming out December 20th, 2024. And just wanted to go a little recap. Sonic came out actually in 2020. This is pandemic numbers, right? And it did pretty well for itself. With a budget of 95 millions, it went out to gross about 306 millions, right? That's not bad. Mr. Jim Carrey started as Dr. Eggman, Ben Schwartz as Sonic, Mr. Jim Marsden as Tom, and Tika Sumster as Maddie, right? And the sequel came out about 2 years later, 2022. And once again, the budget for this movie was about 90 to 110 millions, and it did, pretty good. Box office number about 405 millions, right? And again, the cast came back. Mr. Jim Carrey as Dr. Eggman, Ben again as Sonic. Tika came back, and this time they added Idris Elba. So they started to build the cinematic universe when it came down to these characters. And once again, this is my reaction to Sonic 3, coming out December 20th. And just a little recap. So this time around, they did add a couple of new, a couple of stars, right? They added, Keanu Reeves in this one as Shadow. That's his voice, right? For those who might recognize him. If you haven't seen the first one, it's a little bit of a meta joke where Sonic, it's actually a fan of Keanu Reeves in his movie. So hopefully the speed back in the 90s. So they showed it a little bit on it. So they kind of make a little bit of fun of that. So I'm glad to see that Keanu Reeves decided to jump into this series, right? Into this universe. Mr. Jim Carrey came back as Dr. Eggman. Ben Schwartz again as the voice of Sonic, and one of my favorite actresses, Kristen Ritter. It seems to be a small role, but she's such a beautiful actress, such a smart actress. And then we have Mr. James Marsden, who's very talented. We've seen him in a bunch of movies as well. I believe he was in Cinderella, one of those mini movies that they do. No, not many. They did pretty well as well. I'll probably look up those numbers. Mr. Idris Elba came back as Knuckles. Christopher Hernandez from the Ted Lasso movie, TV series in Apple. It's in this series. Great. He has a couple of nice movies coming out this year, right? And he's also in Venom, the Last Dance. So good for him. Not sure what the budget number for these movies are right now, but I'm hoping that it does well. So here's my reaction to Sonic the Hedgehog 3, coming out December 20, 2024. Let's go.
Sonic, you finally found your family.
Try to keep up.
Definitely the graphics.
I know it hasn't always been easy.
I mean, the graphics,
but you didn't change
bigger
who you
budget
are
went to the
in
graphics.
Yeah, in my lungs.
Or your heart.
Fun. Sick.
There's been a high-level security breach,
Beautiful.
and we need Team Sonic's immediate assistance. Project Shadow is far beyond anything we've ever encountered.
Shadow's story began a lot like your Sonic, but where you found family
Okay, so
and friends,
they seem to go with the original story
Shadow found
of
only
the
pain
granddaughter,
and loss.
of the daughter.
All right, we got a rogue alien on the loose. How do we find it?
Start with the giant fireball?
I love it. Let's start with a giant fireball.
Nice. Superhero
He is
landing.
much more impressive than the Hedgehog I fought previously.
Dude, I'm standing right here.
You're a colorful bunch.
We don't want to fight
It's
you.
funny.
Actually, Sonic, I would like to fight.
No,
Yeah, let's go. Oops.
my turn. Can we just talk about this?
Ooh.
He's too
Okay.
powerful.
Was that Japan? That's actually
believe I'm saying this, but we need
Absolutely
you know who.
upgraded so the graphics.
This is a bad idea.
When has that ever stopped me?
Here we go.
Doctor,
Much accurate
this
than
is
the
sad,
previous
Robotnik.
two movies.
Even for you.
We need your help.
On one condition.
Do this! If I can't rule the world, I might as well save it.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
I need room.
But, sir, I don't have the proper materials. Found some.
When we're done, there won't be anything left.
Hey, no cheat code!
What did you do? What I had to. Welcome home, my boy.
Nice. Oh, no.
It's impossible.
Is it?
It couldn't be.
Couldn't it?
Are
you? In the saggy flesh.
Beautiful. I think it looks amazing, especially the graphics with, in contrast from Shadow to Sonic. They do keep going back and forth, and you can tell how much money they invested in upgrading those graphics. The FX looks amazing, so I'm very excited for this, and I'm gonna go and watch the actual Knuckles series that it's available for watch on Paramount. So I'm gonna give it a watch. That seems to be a lot of fun as well, since they wanted to build on that cinematic universe when it comes down to Sonic. And again, they do have a couple of really bad guys that they haven't introduced. They only have teased about it. So I'm really hoping that they do go back to that. I did play the video games in the 90s again briefly. Was not a big fan of it. I think it was too fast for me. Yeah, it's a beautiful game, you know. And this movie, I do have a feeling that it's going to be doing pretty good. It's the jokes are on pace. The acting seems to have been polished a little bit more. And the action, and again the lineup of movie stars that are coming into this third part of the series looks pretty good. So tell me what you think down below, and I hope that you do go out and see it.